Welcome back to another episode here on my YouTube channel. So today we're diving into something really exciting for me because I know that it's something that a lot of mothers struggle with, and the demands of motherhood often leave us feeling exhausted and really unmotivated. Oftentimes we don't even feel like ourselves anymore. By the time we wake up and get through taking care of everybody else, we're kind of wondering what's left. So it's essential that we stay motivated and focused on our goals, whether that's related to our career, our personal life, our health, our wellness, whatever the case is. So if fatigue and lack of motivation is pulling you down, I want you to stay close today because today I'm sharing 6 strategies to help you get stuff done, even when you're really tired and unmotivated. So, welcome. My name is Jenn J. I am a holistic nutritionist and I coach exhausted and overwhelmed mamas who are living with hormonal symptoms like low energy, weight gain, PMS issues to recharge their batteries and feel good again in their bodies in my Mom Revival membership. Now, staying motivated and goal focused is essential because it allows us to achieve our desired outcomes and fulfill our potential. So, when we set and work towards goals, we're actually more likely to take action, overcome obstacles, and ultimately achieve success in all areas of our life. And because of that, we're actually going to be able to re-find ourselves and rediscover who we are outside of being just a mom, right? So motivation is what drives us to take action and pursue our goals, even when we're faced with challenges and or setbacks. And so without motivation, we often struggle to actually stay focused or engaged in our work. And we sometimes even just give up on our goals altogether, right? And I've heard from a lot of moms, they use the phrase, oh, well, I'll go back to it when my child is 18, 19, 20, 25, and they've moved out and on their own, right? And by then you've given up a good portion of your life. And so by staying motivated, we can actually maintain our focus, our energy, and our enthusiasm for our life and the things around us, which can help us achieve our desired outcomes, whatever that looks like for you. Okay? Now, being goal focused is also really essential because it actually allows us to prioritize our efforts and our resources towards achieving our desired outcomes. So it means that you're not going to be spending time, energy, maybe even money and finances in areas that aren't going to support you. So you're not going to feel drained and pulled in different ways. So when we set clear goals, we actually create this roadmap for success and working towards each milestone along the way. This can actually help make progress toward our desired outcomes, of course, even when we've got distractions or competing priorities, which we know as moms we're going to have. So having that goal focus is going to help keep you with your blinders on so that you know where you're always headed towards. Now, in addition to this, staying motivated and goal focused is actually going to help boost our self-esteem. And our sense of accomplishment, our sense of who we are, and remembering who we are and our values and our desires and our passions, right? So as we make progress towards our goals, we can actually feel a sense of pride and confidence in our abilities, which can motivate us to actually continue working towards even greater success. So, once you get started, then it's actually easier to keep moving versus being stuck at a standstill, which is where you might be right now. And that's okay. I'm not going to lie. I've not had a perfect journey in my health, in my life either. And I have definitely had areas where I have been so tired, so overwhelmed, so unmotivated that I have really just worked and lived on autopilot, just going through the motions every day, but not really living them. So today we're going to be diving into 6 strategies and the benefits of them that we can, as exhausted moms, use to actually stay motivated or to develop the discipline to create motivation and achieve our goals, because motivation is going to waver. And so really what we want to be focusing on is developing the discipline. But here's how you're going to get started in that process. So number one is you're going to start with small achievable goals. So when you're feeling tired and overwhelmed and unmotivated, exhausted, it can be really overwhelming to think of having to complete this huge task. But it can be also very helpful if we break that task down into smaller, more manageable baby steps, right? And this will actually help you build momentum and a sense of accomplishment as you complete each task. So starting with small achievable goals is a really useful strategy that I use with my clients, and that I teach exhausted moms in in order to help reduce the overwhelm that they're feeling. This way, you don't have to worry about trying to focus on these large tasks or goals. Instead, we're really just looking at taking little baby steps one at a time in order um, to get closer to where you want to be. And that right there is actually going to trigger some dopamine releases, which is our feel-good hormone. It's the hormone that's like, oh, yes, I just completed something. It's our motivating hormone, okay? It's the one that says, oh, yes, I just completed something. This feels so good. Now I am energized and I'm going to go complete the next thing on my list, or the next task of this project. And so when we break it down into those small micro commitments and tasks, we actually get to experience more of those dopamine hits, which actually boosts our energy in order to keep moving forward. So what you're going to do here in this process is you're not only going to be motivating yourself, you're actually going to be boosting your energy levels naturally, and like at a hormonal level, in order to support your energy so that you're not so exhausted all the time either. Right now, number two that we want to take a look at is rewarding yourself. So treating yourself to something that you enjoy after completing a task or reaching a goal can be really helpful. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. It can be as simple as taking a relaxing bath, watching your favorite show. I know for me, when I'm feeling really tired and unmotivated to do my workouts and move my body, I'll actually put my favorite show on the TV and I will work out while I'm watching my show, because it distracts me enough from talking myself out of the workout, which is an incredible way for you to actually reward yourself while you're doing the task that felt really overwhelming to begin with. So a couple of ideas that you could use to reward yourself would be taking a break. That's a really big one, right? So sometimes the best reward is just taking a break. Give yourself permission to relax, stretch, take a quick walk outside. It can do wonders for your health, your energy, your exhaustion, all of that. Number two is enjoy a treat. So treating yourself to something that you enjoy, like a favorite snack or a little piece of chocolate, can always feel good as well. Again, that's going to trigger some of that dopamine release. So it's going to naturally enhance the way that you feel. And I've actually shared 5 of my favorite foods to start eating today that can boost your energy in another one of my videos, which I'm going to link somewhere here on the screen. So either somewhere over here or somewhere over here, you're going to see it pop up. So you can just click on that if you're interested in learning more about those foods, all right? You can also indulge in a hobby, of course, take time to do things that you love, spend time with loved ones, putting aside time in your weekend or during your week or in an evening, having a get together with a friend, that sort of thing can be really, really rewarding for yourself. Watching your favorite show, like I shared, is a really good one as well. And even like splurging on a purchase if you can afford it, right? So something you've always been wanting to buy, you can use that reward time to make the purchase. Next, number 3 is finding an accountability partner. So find someone who can help hold you accountable for completing the tasks that you have at hand. So this can be a friend, it could be your spouse, another family member, it could be a coach as well. So having that accountability partner can be a really powerful motivator when you're feeling tired, when you're really struggling to stay focused and on task, because they're going to help hold you accountable, right? They're going to be there telling you or asking you, have you done it? No, let's go do it together. Let's get it done, right? And one option that I always recommend for women that I'm speaking to for finding accountability partners is to actually join my Mom Revival membership, because in this membership we actually have an entire supportive community for moms who are all working towards their health and wellness goals in different capacities, different ways, different speeds as well. And so by joining this membership, you'll actually have access to myself for your own personal accountability, but also the resources and the community support that can help keep you motivated and on track. Okay. Number 4 is prioritizing your self-care. So taking care of yourself is essential to actually staying motivated, but it requires you to get in the right mindset about your self-care. And this can be very difficult to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a video for you again somewhere here on the screen, that's going to teach you a little bit more about how to get into a positive mindset about your self-care routine so that you can start prioritizing it and making it more consistent in your day-to-day. A couple of ideas that you can use for self-care would be getting enough sleep. That's a huge one. And I recently just shared in one of my other videos, how our circadian rhythm actually influences how energized we feel every day and different hormones that play in that factor. So I can link that here as well, or you can browse through my channel here and find all the lovely videos I've done. Taking breaks is another really great way as well to just release some of the tension you might be feeling. Practicing mindfulness, physical activity is another great one, connecting with loved ones, and then even engaging in hobbies that you enjoy. So whether that's reading a book or taking a bath, cooking your favorite meal, taking time to engage in activities that bring you joy or relax you. And in fact, it's actually really important to learn how to take time for yourself, because that's going to help prevent burnout, which I see so often in my practice. So many women come to me literally with physical, cellular, hormonal burnout, and it can oftentimes take months to actually recover from that. So I did a video on how to take time out for yourself to prevent burnout, and 5 things that I did that actually took me from burnt out to on fire with my energy, because there was a time where I was living hormonally burnt out and I had zero in me. So I'm going to link that video as well here on the page for you, and you can go ahead and have a look at that one, because I really believe that one will be helpful as well. So your next option, this next strategy is to break up your routine. Now, this is really cool. So breaking up our routine can actually be a powerful way to boost motivation because of a psychological hormonal standpoint, all right? So dopamine is, as I've mentioned a few times here, it's a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in motivation and reward. And so when we're experiencing something rewarding, our brain releases dopamine, which actually helps reinforce the behavior because it makes us feel good. So we're much more likely to repeat it in the future. So the thing is when we're doing the same thing over and over again, which many of us as moms feel like we're doing, our brains can actually become habituated to the experience. And so the release of dopamine may actually decrease. And you'll no longer find that you have as much interest or as much passion for what you're doing, and or you may just not feel fulfilled by what you're doing day in and day out. And so breaking up your routine can help counteract this effect by providing that new and novel experience that will stimulate that release of dopamine and increase your motivation hormonally naturally and get you going again. So a couple of ways you could break up your routine would be trying a new activity, switching up your environment. So maybe if you, like me, work from home, maybe 1 or 2 days a week, you want to work out or work at a cafe or work in a library, or switch up your environment with the kids if you're home all the day with the kids as well. Meeting new people is a great one, and taking a break, just stepping back from what your environment looks and feels like, assessing it, taking some time off, and coming back to it with that fresh mindset. Now, the very last strategy that I want to teach you here today to help boost your motivation, even when you're exhausted, is to practice gratitude, because this one is really, really great for helping you focus on the positive, which will improve your mood. So when we focus on this positivity, it actually shifts our mindset away from that negative problem focused perspective to a more solution focused one. And this has been shown to improve our overall sense of well-being, including our mood and our energy levels. So when we're feeling better emotionally, we're actually more likely to feel motivated and take on challenges to pursue our goals. So here are a couple of ways that I like to teach my clients in my Mom Revival membership how to practice gratitude, because it's not actually something a lot of us have been taught. But one is a journal. So each day writing down 3 things you're grateful for is a really, really great way to help shift that mindset and train your brain to focus on those positive things of your life. 2, express gratitude to others. So taking time in your day to day to actually thank the people in your life who've made a positive impact on you. And this can actually help strengthen your relationships with those as well, which will improve your social connections, which again can help with some of those hormonal aspects that will help you feel better, more motivated, more energetic. Practicing mindfulness is another really great one. So either that's through meditation or deep breathing, sometimes even like yoga could be helpful with that as well. And it will help you stay present and focused on the positive aspects of your life. And then the last one that I'd love to say, which of course is a little bit cliche, but just look for that silver lining, right? So when you're faced with challenges and setbacks, try to focus on the positive aspect of the situation and look at the situation as an opportunity for you to learn and grow versus focusing on what you can and can't control in the situation. So by practicing some of these gratitude strategies, you'll actually improve your overall well-being and boost that motivation. Okay, so there were your 6 strategies. That was a huge mouthful. I know being a mom is really rewarding, but it's also really challenging, right? So it can often leave us feeling super drained, unmotivated, exhausted, and really just not like ourselves. I remember there was a time where I literally felt like a shell. There was nothing in me. But it is essential to help you stay motivated and focused on your goals so that you can feel like yourself again, right? So those were the 6 strategies we just discussed. There was a lot. So if you feel like you need to go back in the video, re-watch them a little bit. I also have this video embedded in my website, which you can go and check out for the blog article, and you could read it, or you can print this out, or you could listen to it as an audio as well. But these strategies will help you stay motivated, help you boost some of that energy so that you're not stuck in that low energy rut that keeps you from moving forward in your life. So I'm going to challenge you to go out and take those first few steps to regaining your motivation, your feel good, and yourself. And encourage you to subscribe to my channel here for more helpful videos like this one, and then share this one with a friend. And I want to thank you all for watching and encourage you to keep living healthy one bite at a time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.